What's up, guys? It's Justin. I hope you're doing well, and today I'm giving you my 100% honest review of the gig economy, because if you've been following along with me for a while now, you know that a few months ago I hadn't even stepped foot into side hustles, hadn't tried any gig work whatsoever, but I asked you guys if you wanted to see me try side hustles. I did, and I've been hooked ever since. It's been what this channel has primarily been about for the last couple of months, and I wanted to let you guys know exactly what you can expect if you're thinking about diving into the gig economy, and kind of give you guys some guidance on what to be looking for. I have 5 specific thoughts I want to share with you. Hopefully you find these valuable. If you do, all I'd ask is that you would like this video, maybe subscribe to the channel for more side hustle content, and with all that out of the way, let's not waste any more time and dive straight into this thing. So I think the number one thing that I wish that I had known, and you probably already know this in the back of your head, is that side hustling alone will not make you rich. Let's be honest, whether you're making $20 or $25 or even $30 an hour, if you want to make 6 figures in a year from side hustling, you'd have to be putting in like almost 80 hours a week. Even at $25 an hour, you'd have to be putting in a ridiculous amount of work into these gig economy jobs, and unless you want to absolutely kill yourself, that's probably not going to happen. So just know that side hustling and this gig economy work probably won't make you rich on its own, but there are opportunities here to leverage the gig economy into making 6 figures. Now, you see this with a lot of gig economy YouTubers, people out there doing things like DoorDash like I do, that have grown their YouTube channels to maybe 10 or 20 or 50,000 subscribers that are now making 6 figures a year just from their following. And even with my little tiny channel that only has 600 something subscribers, I've been able to make money from it myself by doing things like affiliate marketing, where I put links in the descriptions of videos and have people sign up for different things. In fact, I've even reached things like gold status on certain programs where I am now making consistent money from people using my links to sign up. So even though it's not 6 figures, I am making money passively from this business that I am building. And yes, gig economy work alone is not going to cut it, but by building something bigger, I do have an opportunity to eventually make substantial money. Now, the second thing I would advise you 100% is to try different things. You're going to try some things and they're going to be amazing and you're going to make so much money from them, and then you're going to try other things and they're going to be terrible. The one that comes to mind for me is I tried online transcription through this company called Rev. If you don't know what that is, it is literally typing out audio files, and I pride myself in being a pretty decent typist. I'm not going to say I'm anything crazy, but I made a whopping $3 an hour from doing that. So that's one that I'm not going to try again because it was most definitely not worth it. But then, as you guys have been watching my channel, you've seen that I've done a lot of DoorDashing lately, because with that, I'm able to make consistently over $20 an hour, sometimes as much as $25 an hour or even more. So food delivery has been great for me. It's something that, because I tried it and I enjoyed it and it made me a decent amount of money, I'm going to continue to do that. Plus, you guys like the content, so I'll continue to keep the DoorDash videos coming. Now, the third thing that I think that you should definitely know is that the money is going to be inconsistent. You're going to have days where you go out and you work 10 hours and you make $200 or $250, and it's going to be a really great feeling, and you're going to think, wow, the gig economy is awesome. Why are more people not doing this? And then you're going to go out and you're going to waste all of your time and you're not going to make hardly any money, especially in something like food delivery. There are days where I've made less than $15 an hour, and those are the kinds of days where after a couple hours, you just have to turn it off and go home and say, you know what, that sucked, maybe next time. Because not every day is going to be the same. Unlike going into a 9-to-5 job, you're not going to have the same schedule. You're not going to be doing the same thing every single day. You'll have rises and falls in your income, both weekly and annually. You're going to see there are different times during the year where you have an opportunity to make different amounts of money. This even applies to things like YouTube. Ad rates will be different through different times of the year. So in a time where advertisers are really pushing, like in December for the holiday season, you can make a lot more money than a time like January when the holidays are over and you can't expect to make nearly as much because ads just aren't going for as much money. All of these things are going to ebb and flow. You just have to be prepared to not make a consistent paycheck every single week. Obviously, the more time that you put into it, the more money you are going to make over the long haul, but at an hourly rate, at least, things will change week to week. Now, that really leads me to my fourth point, and that is this. You have to be self-motivated to succeed in the gig economy. If you don't have the motivation to go out on a daily basis or a weekly basis and try your hardest to make as much money as possible and go out for as long as you can, then you are not going to make it. Because you don't have a boss breathing down your neck telling you that you have to go out or you have to do this much or you have to make this much money. It is all up to you. So if you aren't self-motivated and you can't push yourself to go out consistently and try to make that money, then you are not going to succeed. You're only going to work a couple hours and you're going to want to go home and chill out and play video games or watch TV or do whatever you want to do, but you're not going to go out and you're not going to go make the money. So you have to be self-motivated. You want to set goals for yourself and say, I'm going to work this many hours or I'm going to make this much money every single week. And if you do that and you continually hit those goals, then yes, this most definitely will be worth it for you. But if you know yourself and you know that if given the opportunity, you may cheat the system a little bit and try to relax as much as possible and only go out when you absolutely need the cash, then the gig economy may not be the best place for you. On the other side of that, self-motivated people typically see the most success because they're constantly trying to go out and learn and get better at what they're doing. I can tell you right now, in the food delivery business, I was at first making probably $17 to $20 an hour, and now just from watching YouTube videos, learning things, finding out things on my own, I can make consistently over $20 an hour, pushing that $25 an hour mark. So self-motivated people, you might have a lot of success here. Those people that don't have the motivation, probably not for you. And that leads me to my fifth overall point, because you might be sitting here and thinking, wow, he said that, you know, the money won't be consistent and I have to be self-motivated and maybe this isn't so great. But I will tell you this, the flexibility is as awesome as people say it is. Seriously, the ability to not work at all one week if you want to go on vacation and not have to be thinking about, okay, I have this many vacation days, or okay, my boss, are they going to let me go on this trip? Not having to worry about that at all is so nice. And even being able to pick when you work. For example, food delivery. I know that the busiest hours are like 11 to 2 for the lunch rush, and then like 5 to 9 or 10 maybe for the dinner rush. And I can go out and work those hours specifically and make the best money possible for my time. I don't have to work pointless hours. I don't have to do pointless tasks. Everything that I do in the gig economy is geared towards making me more money. And that is obviously the goal. Now, again, you probably won't go out and make $100,000 a year just from delivering food or doing any sort of these gig works. You can hop on Fiverr and maybe you sell your skills and build those kinds of businesses, but you're going to want to aim to expand your income in some other sort of way. And then when you get that entrepreneurial mindset and you start to think of other ways that you can make more money, well, now you're really in the gig economy and it looks like you're there to stay. So I hope you guys found this information valuable. If you did, all I'd ask is that you'd please like this video. And if you want more side hustle content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a ton, pushes these videos further, and gets more people to learn about the world of side hustling. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.